Welcome. I can't hear you though. Say hello.
And you know,
Gino Cupido. Hey, thank you for joining us. I'm glad
can
that
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, Manuel. Right, well, look at us, all punctual and stuff.
On red as well. Red lips, red top.
You know, we're matching. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start rather than waiting for like a bunch of people to join, because I record this and then I can post it later. Because I really respect people's time, and those who are punctual, I love you. I love punctuality. So we're going to go ahead. Are you ready? Oh, you're still having your tea?
It's tea time. It's what, 6 o'clock, really? I mean, still.
Okay, so let's start. I need to be able to see. I can't believe all of a sudden I had amazing eyesight up until very, very recently. And then all of a sudden I just started doing this when I'm reading. And I'm like, oh my God, I need glasses instantly. Like, what happened?
It's too much computer times.
Yes.
We spend too much.
So true with this blue filter thing. And anyway, so we'll get into all the beauty stuff in a minute. Let me just do a nice intro. So my name is Roberta Whitney. Welcome to the Beauty Show, where each week we talk very openly and honestly with industry professionals, innovators, and experts about all things beauty related. But it encompasses more than just physical beauty. We also talk about mind, body, and soul, because I believe that if we can be happy and healthy, then we can be beautiful. So yes, we can treat the external topical things, but it also comes from within. So today's guest is MG Skincare founder Manuel Guerra, who's been a professional therapist since 2003. He's developed MG Skincare for all skin types, conditions, and skin tones. His passion for beauty and wanting his clients to use the best products and get the best results led him to create his own line. So I'm really excited to talk to him today. Although MG Skincare is an affordable brand, it uses the best ingredients possible. And Manuel has also come up with the unique formulations for these products. They're made in the UK, so they are proudly British, although Manuel is not born here, is he? So we'll get into that. So welcome to the Beauty Show, Manuel.
Thank you, Roberta. How are you doing, my lovely?
I'm good, thank you. So I think we'll start by asking you to share a little bit about your story, how where you began and how you started this journey to beauty.
Yeah. Well, I suffered from a lot of acne when I was a teenager, and I started going for treatments through my neighbor who opened up her treatment room at home. Mm-hmm. So she was giving me facials every 2 weeks, I believe I was going. And back then, I mean, obviously, besides the lack of confidence, the acne, and the frustration, I wasn't able to buy any products from her.
Because they were too expensive, or?
Because most of the therapists that work from home, they don't have that mentality of having products to sell.
Right.
So, and still up to now, 20 years later, 25 years later, we still got few therapists that work from home or at a small space. And they still think that their customers only come for services. They don't think beyond that.
Right.
So obviously I was going for treatments, and I would buy pots of mud. I remember clays, really purifying clays, which obviously clays are super drying. It works for a minute or two, but then you have to apply a moisturizer, right? And you're not going to use a clay every day. I mean, truly. So that kept me going. I mean, I went to beauty school in 2003. Luckily, I got sacked by my old job, and things happen amazingly when you get rid of, or they get rid of you. There is always a success story after drama.
Everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely, and we agree with that, and I understand your point of view as well. Those stories. So I truly believe that after being traumatized with all of these stories and getting rid of my old job, I decided I need to get my skin sorted. So I went to beauty school.
And so how did the progression then from studying beauty therapy and understanding the skin and, the different layers of the skin and how they react to the different products and probably what was causing your acne, you really became more knowledgeable about the skin and, obviously what you put into your body sometimes will come out in the face. And so how did you decide then to transition from doing the therapies to actually creating a product that works?
Yeah. Obviously, I worked all the way through. So I worked at amazing companies. I learned from it, really. Mm-hmm. You learn from the best. And luckily, I worked for one of the best companies in the world. And I learned from techniques, ingredients, and how to put together a series of treatments, protocols, etc., and ingredients, really. And so I then started to think about my position in the industry. Why am I here? Mm-hmm. Not only to give an incredible treatment, but I want to make a difference as well. So I then started making my own products with my business partner. And we came out with like 4 products, essential products: oil cleansers, oil moisturizers, gel moisturizers, rich moisturizers, toners, exfoliation, and masks. Mm-hmm. That's it. And then you start looking at ingredients to help you with along the way. And that is the reason why I'm here today, basically. And then I've found an incredible contract manufacturer. So I ring them up. I said, can you do these for me? I send them the ingredients that I wanted to work with. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And then now we've got the product line developed for us.
So as a new entrepreneur, sometimes the problem that we face is that these companies really want you to have huge MOQ. So they want you to produce masses of it. And when you're starting out, sometimes you're not able to do that. So was it really difficult to find somebody to work with that's, one, really good, but also can do your MOQ?
I ask about my clients, where do they buy products? What products that they enjoy the most? And these women came up, I'm using this product line, and I ring them up and I called them and I asked them if they could make my products. So this is the way it is you pick up the phone.
Right. That's very brave.
She doesn't live far away from us. And I said, I heard that your product's really good. Can you make my products? Mm-hmm. And she said, no. And I said, I'm sure you can. Is there any way that we can meet, or send me products that you make and then we maybe white labels? And then she's like, no, I'm not obviously doing that. I might be able to help you. So she came along, she met me, and she was like, I could do this. I've never done it before. We do it together. And I said, yes, please. So she's based in South London. So that's been 4 years now since she's been working with us. Obviously now we are in a position that we could go further. Right. So we find somebody else. So that I'm in between in that transition of, I'm not going to give up on her, but I still want to have things that she cannot provide. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely. So what was the first product that you produced then?
So with her, we started with the purifying cleanser. the foam wash, and the toner. So back then was summertime. In the summertime, we sell more acne products than in the winter, funny enough.
Right. And so why did you decide to do that product first? Was it because it's easy to make oil cleansers versus something else? Or, you know, what was the reasoning behind that?
Well, I was doing already products for myself, so I was fine. I mean, they were not legal to sell, I have to say.
Right. So you're just guinea pigging yourself.
Exactly. It was fun. It was on the shelf, no problems. Let's do something more difficult. So I get the girls to do the most difficult part, which is the foaming products and the toners, acids. It requires put them in the portal for the European. So I don't want to deal with that. I just want to get the products done, ready for me to sell.
Right. So that brings me on to my next question, because you mentioned toner. So to tone or not to tone? That is the question. Some people don't use a toner, and other people really feel like it's a necessary part of their routine. So since today's topic is all about the perfect routine, talk me through who should use a toner and who shouldn't, or is it really for everybody?
It must be everybody. It has to be for everybody, because you clean your face, whether it's a foam product or an oil cleanser. I love milky and clays. I love that. But then obviously you might leave the skin a little bit dry. So you probably dehydrated, right?
Right.
So you condition the skin. It's like brushing your teeth, floss, and mouthwash. It's the same. So frost is basically a deep cleanse.
Right.
Mouthwash is an exfoliation as well as brushing your teeth. So it's basically you clean, you tone, you moisturize. It's a simple steps. Toners should be able to help you with the penetration of your serums and your moisturizers.
Okay.
Right? And then you have hydrating toners. You still have a hydrating toners that are more surfactant based or more drying, more purifying. So we have the purifying toner that contains that lemon, tea tree, and also the witch hazel. So those are ingredients that are more drying for.
Yeah, that's quite astringent.
Yeah, astringent, exactly. So you want to apply that on a clean skin. And there is two ways of doing it. I mean, I guess three. You can over the face, nice and rehydrate and fresh. Obviously, it's a witch hazel, so around the eye areas can be a bit tingly. But you can put it on your hands and then really saturate the face. And then you follow with your moisturizer. This is your acne treatment as well. So if you suffer from a lot of acne or congested skin, this is great.
Okay, so we don't need to use a cotton pad to apply the toner, or
you don't have to. I mean, you can. I mean, obviously, when you use products such as witch hazel or astringent products, you might want to do it. But men's are not going to do it. Men's, we don't use anything else but the products in the hands, right? So we unisex and say, you know, you can just do this, bam, bam, bam. Aftershave is great. You could do that. You could use gauze if you like that roughness with the gauze. You can be slightly more rough if your skin is thicker.
Right. Is that if you want to really exfoliate when toning?
Yeah, correct. And then you have your basics toner. So this is rose, lemon, lactic acid. This is basically for everybody.
Okay, so talk me through the benefits of lactic acid.
So your lactic acid could be leave on the skin through the night. That works as a topical acne, anti-aging, great for any blemish of the skin. It could be also used in cleansers, so it deep cleanse, exfoliating as well. So it's all about brightening the skin. There is topical products for the eye area with retinol or lactic acid. So lactic acid comes from the milk. It's most of the gentle exfoliators that there is in the market now.
Okay, so you can mix lactic acid with the retinol.
You can, definitely, and vitamins as well. So I don't know if you want me to go through that. But there is vitamins in the market. Vitamin C,
Vitamin C.
Yeah, you drop it, you mix it in with a bit of lactic acid, and then apply.
Right. And that
And that's
has a
a great,
brightening effect, right?
yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
And it's
So
very good for
are
everybody, most of us.
we talking about I know a lot of people talk about a double cleanse. So do you think that it's necessary to double cleanse?
It depends on the skin that you currently have. I mean, if you got your skin that women's, definitely. You guys use makeup, you use foundations, you use primers.
Right.
Make sure you double cleanse. You can use two type of cleansers, something that is more milky, more oily at the beginning to take off your makeup. And then your second cleanse could be more of a foam cleanser, or the same cleanser twice. You just really think about what products do I really need right now, and how many products do I want in the shelf as well. So some people love products.
Right.
Some other people,
I'm
they
one
just
of
want
those
to have.
people.
So yeah, it depends. But I definitely believe on oil cleansers. Again, our oil cleanser has got lemongrass, menthol, and it's super cleansing. It's not tacky. It's not oily at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you use it is always on a dry skin, dry face, bam, straight from the bottom, massage, melt the makeup, add water, wash it off. And it should leave the skin hydrated but not tacky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
I've used that one before of yours, and I really like the feel of. I actually like to do it the reverse. So to remove all my makeup and everything, I will use the foaming cleanser.
Foaming cleanser.
And then to just make my skin feel softer and more hydrated, I'll then use the oil cleanser, because as you pat that dry, you just need to go in with your serum and your skin already feels like it's been fed, you know, it's had a nice drink.
Yes, true. Actually, you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So yeah, double cleanse the way you want it, really. Well done.
Okay, so you double cleanse, and then you tone, and then serum.
Then yeah, you've got your serums. We have about 3 types of serums. One is an oil for very dry skin or irritated skin. Then we have our bestseller, which is the lactic acid and the radiant. So you can mix match all of them, or you can just keep it very simple. The hydrator, radiance, retinol, and acids, that goes really well for everybody.
Okay.
Before your makeup is wonderful too.
So do you think that it's necessary to use a different serum for the eyes versus the entire face? Is it the same? Because my theory is that it's all skin, and yes, the skin around the eyes is a bit more delicate. But if you go right up to the orbital bone, it's gonna draw it in anyway. And so yeah, I just feel like you don't need a separate eye cream per se, eye serum. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, I agree with you. So the moisturizers that you're using, or serums, it should be able to, for you to use around the eye area. So it's definitely. The thing is that we obviously, as we grow, you're getting into more of a consumer mentality. So maybe a client is looking just for a one product, and they think, all right, so I've got enough with my moisturizer. Well, what about if I just buy an eye cream? And then they see that eye cream that everybody talks about, so they go and grab it. Right.
I just wanted to quickly say hello to my friends in South Africa who are tuning in, my friends in the islands, some friends in America. Wow. Thank you guys for supporting. So everyone wants to know about how to have that glowy, perfect skin.
Topical vitamins, definitely. I think we're giving you a sample of the Radiance, right?
Yes, yes. The Radiance Serum and the Radiance Wash. So those also really good. Okay, so we double cleanse, we tone, we
serum.
And then are we exfoliating or are we moisturizing at this point?
So you can have your serums that are exfoliating already. So your retinol, some type of vitamins will help you with what vitamin A is, your retinol, your vitamin C is an exfoliating as well.
Right.
So you can just have it in your serums.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. You just apply it, you leave it on, you sleep with that. That is exfoliating through the night.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So if you want your granules exfoliants or your other physical scrubs, then maybe keeping them in the mornings if you have the time. Otherwise, in the evenings. No more than 3 times, I would say.
Okay. 3 times a week.
Yeah. 3 times a week. We have about 3 types of exfoliants. One is the gritty pumice rock, pumice, beautiful wash-off product. Then you have the clay that you can leave it on. It works their way down. Mm-hmm. And then you have the powder exfoliant that you dissolve into water and the foaming cleansers. And that has got the salicylic acid and vitamin C, but it's dissolved.
Right.
And all of those type of exfoliants, about 3 times a week, it's enough.
Yeah. Okay. I really like those ones. The sort of rice grain feeling.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to talk about how did you get into beauty? Like, what made you decide to be a beauty therapist other than, so was it just the point that you had the acne and were driven to find solutions for yourself?
Absolutely. I just I wanted to cure my acne. Right. So I was like, I was I was in the middle of like, what should I do with my life as well? So I went to beauty and I never looked back. I loved it. I just fell in love with the industry. I fell in love with, I love people as well. Yeah. So and I just love to look after people and I just love to give that beautiful, loving, giving treatments I love. Mm-hmm. And I was doing care work as well. So I was looking after elderly as well. So it goes hands in hand. It's looking after, other people, other human beings. Right. I never thought anything bigger than just, I want to cure myself. I want to see how can I get my skin better? And then everything else fall into place. Mm-hmm. Yeah. To sort of spread the word on how you can help other people. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I get it. It's such an empowering work that we do as a therapist or human touch. That's what we do. We touch other people with kindness and intention as well. So and obviously we like to have our own success, but success is not about. Success is about seeing other clients coming back to you and referrals, and that happens. Exactly the same with you. I worked for you in many occasions. You saw my work as well and you trust it as well. So that is obviously a success. Right. And I also think that when you're in these high touch businesses like a therapist where you're speaking to people on a daily basis, you also become a sort of therapist for them, where they're talking to you about their problems and their confidence issues. And so you're not just healing on a topical level, you're healing inside as well, because getting somebody to feel really confident about themselves is such a wonderful feeling when you see them just glowing with happiness because you've cleared their acne or because you've helped them, deal with wrinkles and that aging process that we all have to deal with. Is that part of what makes it so beautiful for you? Yeah, of course. It's very unique work. If you're into holistic and, healing part of your journey as a human being, that is every day. That is an everyday job that we all have to embrace. And I don't like to talk much about, my private life, but I went through a rough patch before coming into, you know, my own business. And luckily I met the right people to help me out, to heal some bad habits. And, you know, you told that story to clients that are going through that process of healing themselves and how to cure themselves as well. Mm-hmm. So that is basically skincare, massage, coaching, holistic. It's all about putting yourself to that, you know, relate to that person.
Right. Yeah, I definitely experienced that when I was a therapist myself, you know, years ago when I was practicing. That people really do open up to you, and they really see you as a comfort to, because you're understanding what they're going through, and you have a way of helping them to look and feel better.
Absolutely. I mean, there is so much we can do. We're only humans.
Exactly.
So I truly believe on chanting and prayers, and I've got a great place to go. So anybody out there, and they're based in South Africa as well. They've got shops, well, not shops, but centers everywhere, really.
Right. Oh, that's something we should discuss one time. Okay, so give me 5 top tips for glowing skin. What is your recommendation?
Well, first of all, it's a mentality as well. So it's not, you know, it's you have to be mentally prepared that it has to happen. It's gotta be. It's an emotion as well. So it's part of the emotion, part of the brain. However, I would say oil cleansers as must, a good topical oil cleanser, because the oils nourish the skin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and oils contain vitamins, and vitamins are antioxidants, so it will make the skin glow, definitely. Okay. Yeah, I would say for a sensitive skin, a leave-on mask exfoliator. If you got a more rough skin, maybe with a bit of pigmentation, a granule gritty exfoliation. Mm-hmm. And vitamin C, your vitamin A, your retinol, and definitely your peptides as well. So very great anti-aging, very healing for the skin and plumping. Right.
And so which part of the routine would the peptides and...
So you got your peptides either in serums or in your moisturizers. So it depends on the manufacturers that the companies that you're looking at. Mm-hmm. We don't have peptides yet. It's very expensive. They're very expensive. We'll get to that point. But it could be on our serums. It could be on our moisturizers. Definitely something that you're going to leave on through the night because of the price as well.
Okay. So the final step of the routine would be to moisturize. And you choose a moisturizer based on your skin type or skin condition. So absolutely. For older skins, more mature skin, you tend to be more dehydrated. And so a more hydrating cream is better. But then there's this really fine line between something that's oil-based and water-based. So tell me the difference between the two and who would use which one.
Yeah, basically oil-based, all right, most of our moisturizers contains oil. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, oils and aloe gel, for example, that is basically a water. So when you make a product and you've got aloe gel, and then oil, that doesn't mean that it's tacky or very greasy. So you still have a small percentage of the oil in the gel. Okay. So that is great for oily skin and acne skin. Why? Because oils will hydrate the skin and repair any skin that is damaged. Most of the skin out there, where there is acne, pigmented, or whatever, is always damaged. It's always a bit of damage. Rosacea, a bit of redness, dehydrated, dry skin, that is damage. Means that the water is evaporated. You need to combat that. So aloe and oil goes really beautiful together.
Okay,
Then
amazing.
if you have a more thicker, drier skin, then shea butter, beeswax, any vegetable wax, it works. We also have our own product, SPF, and the new products are all made with shea butter.
Okay.
So the sunscreen, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if I
Yes.
show you this product this is shea butter and it looks really tacky and thick, and it is. That once it's applied, look, you see how quickly it dissolves?
And no white film at all, which is always the issue with sunscreen.
Yeah, it goes really fast. It's just a one go, bang. And this is a 30, the 50 as well.
Okay. So I recommend the 50 for older skins and for skin that's more pigmented. Or would you say most people need to be using a 50 these days because of all the elements that we're exposed to? I mean, even the light of your phone and your laptop, that blue light is really degrading to the cells and can essentially die out the cells. They suffocate them in a way.
It does, yeah.
So
if you're in South Africa, maybe do a 50.
right. Well, I'm
But
in
if you're
London and there's hardly any sun, but I use a 50 because
I do.
I suppose from the years of living in South Africa and growing up as a child where we didn't use sunscreen, so I have the residual effects of sun damage.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's all preferences. We like to have both 30 and 50 just because customers will prefer. We sell 30 in the winter more, and then when it comes to summer, it's 50. It's just something that is up here. Texture.
Another preconception is that if you have darker skin that you don't need sunblock, and that is absolutely and completely incorrect. So would you recommend a 30 or a 50 for a darker skin?
Like I said, most of the times it's preferences, but summertime, definitely 50, definitely.
Yeah.
And then in the winter time, maybe 30.
Right.
And again, it's a hydrator. You think about a day cream and a night cream.
Okay.
So don't think about a sunblock, a product that is just for the sun. You think about day cream, and all our products would say day light or invisible SPF 50. So it resonates with you when you get up in the morning. It's like light. So it's light.
Right. And it's, as I'm saying as well, but with this whole blue light thing, they're actually formulating products especially for the blue light to stop the aging process that the blue light causes. So there's blue light masks and there's blue light creams now, face creams. And then obviously there's the filter that you can buy for your laptop and stuff that filters out that blue light that can be so aging to the skin. Is that something that you might develop in the future?
Maybe.
Right.
Definitely. I mean, there is loads of researchers out there. And when you develop a product so niche, you either go to somebody that already done it. So you buy off one or two formulas. That's it. As a brand, as a small brand, we might do that. Big brands like L'Oreal or Unilever, they probably have their own research.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's loads of money involved in R&D. So they have everything at their disposal to just make things as they want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Another product that I really love is the Recovering Serum. So when would you apply that one?
So this is oil. It's an oil. So again, I said even acne skin that is damaged, definitely. So this is a day or night cream product. And remember, it's going to feel slightly thicker, but you could dilute the consistency by doing your toners. So just use the toner with it. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then just apply. This oil has got seaweed,
Okay.
rose, and it's a blend of many other oils which are anti-inflammatory. It's the opposite of red, basically. So that is why I put them in red. So if you got any redness,
Okay.
yeah, so you want to get rid of redness, inflammatory, anti-inflammatory. That's what we want to do with this.
So I have a little trick that I liked with that product, which is to just dampen my hands before I put it in and then tap it into the skin. And you just have this very plump look of the skin once you've done that. And it helps it to be absorbed easily without having that oily look, because it just gets sucked into the skin, especially my skin that's so dehydrated. I really like to just slightly dampen my hands and then put a drop of the serum in and then massage it into the face. It's also really good with your facial roller to use that serum to roll into the skin and get a nice massage through the skin, lymphatic drainage, but by using that product as a, you know, to give you that slide and glide across than just massaging straight with your fingers.
Absolutely, that's a must. I mean, definitely those rollers are very popular. I mean, I use radio frequency, so we use the oils underneath the radio frequency. A small size needle, micro skin needle, you could also do that too. So if you got your home device, hyaluronic acid you can use, your oils, you can use your vitamins, that is a great product to use too.
So if you have a derma roller and you're derma rolling your own skin at home, then that's a good product to use with it.
Absolutely. And your vitamins as well.
Okay. Good tip. Okay, so for aging skin, because obviously that is why I'm here, to get tips on the aging skin, what is your top 5 tips for helping you to reverse the signs of aging?
Skin healing.
Okay.
Yeah. Radio frequency, any microneedling, anything that is aggravating, make the skin red, basically.
Right.
So
to boost your collagen, right? Okay. So you want to get the product to penetrate deeper. So you're going to do the needling, and then you want to stimulate your collagen so that your skin looks more plump and it gets rid of those fine lines and wrinkles. Correct?
Correct. And the pigmentation as well. So pigmentation is part of, you know, that process as well. So definitely microneedling is a must. We see these treatments every day. We perform these treatments every day. And I'm dealing with a couple clients, new clients from last week, and I can't wait to see the results. Obviously, it takes about 2 weeks, maybe a month to see fully results. But one of the clients, she got really red. Like, I loved it. It was just all about making the skin aggravated and then cool it down and then seeing the results. I can't wait. So she's booked in less than a month.
Okay. I'd like to see how that progresses. And so what about pigmentation then? I have like one mark on my face that just no matter what I do, I've used some very strong products that still don't seem to work. What is your recommendation for removing these dark spots from aging?
So if you have a peel, definitely, and microneedling with the peel on. So always apply your acids first, and then you can stamp on it. I think that should be good enough. Okay.
So if I do the derma roller over the area and then use the recovering serum, the lactic acid serum.
Use it first. So always the acid first.
Okay, and then you roll.
Then you roll, and then you could apply the oil.
Okay.
I think that should be more enough.
Right. And then would you use a moisturizer after that? Because now you've opened your skin up slightly.
Yeah, I mean, moisturizers with like shea butter and waxes, they're fabulous. Make sure it doesn't have any perfume in it. It may aggravate the skin a little bit more.
Right.
But any basics, I mean, pure shea butter you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely your rich face cream,
Okay.
shea butter, gorgeous.
Manuel,
I don't like to use rollers. If you got the stump, would be better. By the way, so if you have the stumps, definitely just stamp it out. Doesn't need to be aggravated or too red. You don't need to force the skin too much.
Okay. So
everybody's different.
Okay, so you prefer the stamp to the roller.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's because what?
It's more clean cut. So it's basically, instead of rolling the needles, you can sometimes, I have at the beginning of my career when I was doing rollers.
Yeah.
You can leave marks.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's exactly the same with the pen. You got to be very careful with the pen. I just come back to using the pen. I bought about 100 units of stamps and I just left with 3.
Right.
And so I'm going back to the pen just because it's less painful, but it takes longer.
Got you.
So, but with the stamp, it's more painful and it's quicker. So not everybody wants that pain, you know, and you want the customers to come back to you, right?
No,
so,
exactly. Well, that is the problem, you know. Beauty is pain, they say.
Right, but it doesn't have to be all the time. So the pen works really well. I think I craft my technique as well. I've been retraining as well. So it's a friend of mine, which I'm going to tell you about as well.
Okay.
He'll be great for your TV show. And he's the guy who gave me the first job in the industry. So there you go.
Amazing.
Even better.
We're all supporting each other. That's great.
Yes.
Manuel, I can talk to you for hours about beauty because I absolutely love the topic, obviously. But I don't want to run out of time and give you the opportunity to just let people know where they can find you. And I know that we are offering a discount code for all my watches. So just tell us a little bit about that before we close.
So yes, we're based in Tower Bridge, London. You can purchase the products through the website. You can purchase the products through you as well. So anybody can come through Roberta. And definitely any bookings, please make sure you book through you as well, through Roberta. So we like to give that incentive and have that partner secure. And also we run classes as well. So that's something that I want us to do together. Yes. Makeup and masterclass on skincare. Any questions, please, Roberta is there for helping you all. Otherwise, you can contact us directly. But it's Tower Bridge, and you can buy the products if you're in South Africa. Europe is a bit tricky. In Spain, we're not allowed to send products, by the way. But if you're in Ireland, definitely. Okay. And America as well, we can post products, definitely.
Okay, excellent. So tell us your social media handles. Where can they find you?
It's M for Mother, G for Goals, skincare.
Yes.
And it's under Manuel Guerra, skincare.
Amazing. Manuel, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I've learned a lot. I hope everybody's learned so much about the perfect routine.
And the most important is to go and see your therapists. That's all it is.
Yes. Yes. To find someone that you really trust and they can really give you results. So maybe not everybody has their own skincare line like Manuel, but you can definitely still get advice from him about what you should use and about the products. So
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy we got this chance to talk. I definitely want to have you on again to talk about other stuff. I really would like to cover a men's health, a men's skincare segment. And I'm particularly interested in ingrown hairs for men. Because I know so many guys who suffer with this and they don't know how to treat it. And it just gets worse and worse over time. And, you know, I think exfoliation is key, but I'd like to do a segment on men's skin.
Definitely.
Right. Well, thank you. And to everybody who's been watching, I really appreciate your support. Manuel, you are a star, and we'll
You
be in
too.
touch again. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.